What if I told you the gold inside a tiny wedding ring may have started its journey billions of years ago, before Earth even fully existed? Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the shocking truth. Gold is not manufactured in factories like plastic or steel. It was actually created during violent cosmic explosions in space long before humans ever existed. And after arriving on Earth, it became trapped deep underground inside rocks for millions of years. Today, giant mining companies blast mountains, dig tunnels thousands of feet underground, crush entire truckloads of rock, and use powerful chemical systems just to extract tiny amounts of gold. In fact, a huge gold mine may process tons of rock just to recover a few grams of gold. Pretty crazy when you think about it. So how does rare gold hidden deep inside the Earth become the shiny metal used in jewelry, electronics, and gold bars? Today, we're going behind the scenes to discover the real truth about how gold is formed, mined, processed, and refined. And trust me, some parts of this process are far more intense than most people imagine. Let's begin. Gold is one of the most valuable metals in human history. People have searched for it for thousands of years. Kings stored it. Empires fought over it. Banks protect it. And today, it's still used everywhere. Jewelry, electronics, space technology, medicine. Even smartphones contain tiny amounts of gold. But here's something many people don't realize. Gold is incredibly rare, and finding it is extremely difficult. Because gold usually does not appear as giant, shiny chunks underground like movies sometimes show. Most of the time, tiny particles of gold are trapped inside huge amounts of ordinary rock. That means mining companies must remove, crush, and process enormous quantities of stone just to recover small amounts of precious metal. And before all that happens, gold first has to form naturally deep inside the Earth. So how is gold actually created? And how do giant industrial mines pull it out of the ground? Let's break the entire process down step by step. Before gold can be mined, it first has to exist. And the story actually begins in space. Scientists believe gold was created during massive cosmic explosions called supernovas and neutron star collisions. These violent events released enormous energy that formed heavy metals like gold. Later, tiny gold particles became part of the material that formed Earth billions of years ago. Over time, geological activity pushed gold deep underground. Now, here's where things get interesting. Gold is often carried by super hot underground fluids moving through cracks in rocks. As these fluids cool down, tiny amounts of gold slowly collect inside quartz veins and rock layers. This process can take millions of years. Imagine hot, mineral-rich water moving through underground cracks like liquid, carrying dissolved metal. Slowly, bit by bit, gold builds up inside the rock. Sometimes volcanic activity also helps bring gold closer to the surface. And in rivers, erosion can wash gold particles away from rocks over thousands of years. That's why people once searched for gold in riverbeds during gold rushes. But modern mining usually targets much larger underground deposits. So once geologists discover a possible gold deposit, the real industrial process begins. Mining the gold ore. Now mining companies must remove the gold-containing rock from the earth, and this stage is massive. Some gold mines are so large they can be seen from space. There are two main mining methods: open pit mining and underground mining. In open pit mines, giant machines dig enormous holes into the ground. These pits can become deeper than skyscrapers are tall. Huge drilling machines first drill holes into the rock. Then explosives blast apart entire sections of the mine. The explosions are incredibly powerful. After blasting, giant dump trucks carry the broken rock away, and these trucks are enormous. Some are taller than houses and can carry hundreds of tons of rock at once. Now, here's something surprising. Most of the rock being moved contains very little gold, sometimes only tiny amounts. That's why mining companies process huge quantities of material every day. In underground mines, the process looks different. Workers and machines travel deep below the surface through tunnels. Some mines extend more than 3 kilometers underground. That's deeper than many skyscrapers are tall. Underground miners drill into rock walls and remove ore carefully before transporting it back to the surface. And honestly, the environment inside these mines can feel intense. Dark tunnels, heavy machinery, heat, dust, and constant drilling sounds echoing through the rock. But removing the ore is only the beginning, because the gold is still trapped inside the stone. Now the rock must go through an incredible extraction process. How the system works: crushing and extracting the gold. This is where mining starts looking more like a giant industrial factory. The gold-containing ore first enters crushing machines. These giant crushers break massive rocks into smaller pieces. Then the ore moves into grinding mills. Huge rotating steel drums filled with heavy steel balls crush the rock even further into fine powder. Why? Because the smaller the particles become, the easier it is to separate the gold. Now comes one of the most important stages: gold extraction. One common industrial method uses a chemical solution called cyanide. And yes, it's carefully controlled because cyanide can be dangerous. The powdered ore is mixed with water and chemicals inside giant tanks. The cyanide solution dissolves tiny gold particles from the crushed rock. Think of it almost like sugar dissolving into hot tea. Except here, the liquid is pulling gold out of stone. After that, special systems recover the dissolved gold from the liquid. Some factories use activated carbon. Gold sticks to the carbon material while other substances continue flowing through the system. Then the gold is separated again and collected as concentrated material. At this stage, the gold still isn't pure. It often looks like dark, muddy metal concentrate rather than shiny jewelry gold. Pretty surprising, right? But now comes the final transformation. The final output: refining pure gold. Now the concentrated gold material enters the refining stage. This is where raw, extracted gold becomes pure, valuable metal. First, the concentrate is heated inside extremely hot furnaces. Temperatures become high enough to melt metal completely. Impurities separate from the molten gold during this process. Factories may also use electrochemical refining systems for higher purity. These systems use electricity to remove remaining unwanted metals. Slowly, the gold becomes purer and purer. Eventually, the molten gold is poured into molds. And this is one of the most satisfying parts of the entire process. Bright, glowing liquid gold flows like orange lava into bar-shaped molds. As the metal cools, it hardens into solid gold bars. The final bars are cleaned, weighed, stamped, and tested carefully. Some gold bars become bank reserves, others become jewelry. Some are used in electronics and advanced technology. And that's how gold hidden inside ordinary rock becomes one of the world's most valuable materials. Pretty incredible, right? But honestly, there's even more happening behind the scenes. What's really going on inside the mine? Most people imagine gold mining as workers simply digging shiny rocks out of the ground. But modern mining is actually extremely advanced. For example, giant mines use computer systems to track ore movement, machinery performance, and safety conditions in real time. Ventilation systems are critical in underground mines. Why? Because deep tunnels can become dangerously hot and filled with dust or harmful gases. Massive fans constantly move fresh air through the tunnels. Another hidden challenge is environmental protection. Mining companies must carefully manage chemicals, waste rock, and water systems. Some mines recycle water continuously during processing. And here's something fascinating. Modern exploration technology can scan underground rock formations using satellites, drilling data, and 3D computer models. So even though gold mining feels ancient, today's industry depends heavily on modern science and engineering. Simple comparison. Think about finding gold like searching for tiny chocolate chips hidden inside a giant mountain of cookies. You can't just grab the gold immediately. First, you must break everything apart, separate the valuable pieces, and process huge amounts of material carefully. That's basically what gold mining companies do every day, except instead of cookies, they're processing entire mountains. Interesting facts. Fact 1. Nearly all the gold ever mined in human history could fit inside a cube only about 22 meters wide. That's surprisingly small for such a valuable metal. Fact 2. Gold does not rust or corrode easily. That's one reason ancient gold artifacts can survive for thousands of years. Fact 3. Gold is so soft that pure gold can actually be scratched fairly easily. That's why jewelry often mixes gold with stronger metals. Pretty interesting for such a famous material, right? Conclusion. So now you know the real truth about how gold is produced. It starts with violent cosmic events in space, then geological processes deep inside Earth, massive mining operations, rock crushing systems, chemical extraction, extreme furnace refining, and finally, the glowing gold bars we recognize today. And honestly, once you understand the process, you never look at gold the same way again. Next time you see a gold ring, gold bar, or even the tiny gold parts inside electronics, just remember, that gold traveled through billions of years of cosmic history and an enormous industrial journey before reaching human hands. So, what surprised you the most? The giant mining trucks, the chemical extraction process, or the fact that gold originally came from exploding stars? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes mining journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and join us for more amazing process explanation videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.